Hey everyone! Welcome to Day 2 of our 30 Days of Creo Modeling Challenge for Beginners. Today, we're going to create something a bit more interesting, the U-clamp. This model will give us a chance to practice the basics again, but also explore a couple of new features along the way. So don't worry if you're still learning, I'll guide you step by step. Let's jump into Creo and start modeling. Here's a quick look at the 2D drawing for our Day 2 model, the U-clamp. It's a simple but really useful part, basically a bent rod with threaded ends. We've got a 3.5 mm diameter rod, bent around with a 5 mm radius at the curve. Each straight leg is 12 mm long, and the threaded section at the bottom is 6.5 mm. It may look small and simple, but it's a great practice to understand sweeps and helical sweep inside Creo. Alright, let's open up Creo and start building this U-clamp step by step. Let's begin to create a 3D model with the help of the 2D drawing. Invoke the sketching environment by clicking on the new tool. Ensure that in the Type Area Part Radio button is selected and in Subtype Area, Solid Radio button is selected in the dialog box. Now give the name of the model U-clamp in the File Name field. Now clear the Use Default Template checkbox and then OK in the dialog box. Select the INLBS Parts Solid ABS in New File Options dialog box and then OK. Click on the Sketch tool in the Datum group and select the right plane. And click on the Sketch button in the dialog box. Now the sketching environment is invoked. Change the orientation normal to by clicking on the Sketch View tool in Graphic Toolbar. Click on the arrow next to the Arc tool and select the Center and End tool and click on the origin as a center point of the arc and create an arc. And click Middle Mouse button to exit the tool. Now create two vertical lines on the end point of the arc and also both lines to be equal. Alright, let's fix it in by adding the dimensions, and remember that all measurements are in inches. Now click on the Dimension tool and give the radius 5 to an arc, and the dimension of the line is 12. Now exit the sketching environment by click on OK green tick button. Now click on the Sweep tool and change the orientation of the model to Standard Orientation. Now you see the arrow appeared on one end of the selected trajectory. Click on the arrow that appears on one end of the trajectory in the graphics area to flip the start point of the trajectory. Ensure that the Constant Section Option button is selected in the option area. Click on the Sketch button in the section area of the Sweep tab. The sketching environment is invoked. And change the orientation normal to by clicking on the Sketch View tool in Graphic Toolbar. And create a circle of 3.5 diameter. Now exit the sketching environment by click on OK green tick button and change the orientation of the model to Standard Orientation. You see the Sweep feature is created. Click on the OK green tick mark button in the Sweep tab of the ribbon. Now we are creating this thread feature with the help of Helical Sweep feature. First we create a reference plane. Click on the Plane tool in the Datum group. And select a front plane as a reference plane. And give the offset 5 in the translational field. Now the datum plane is created. Click on the arrow next to the Sweep tool and select the Helical Sweep tool. Click on the Define button under the Reference tab of the Helical Sweep tab and select the newly created datum plane and click on the Sketch button in the dialog box. Now the sketching environment is invoked. And change the orientation normal to by clicking on the Sketch View tool in Graphic Toolbar. Create a vertical line and give the dimension of 6.5. Now exit the sketching environment by click on OK green tick button. Now you see the sketch is selected in the Helix Profile Selector field, and the Helix Axis Selector field is selected to select an axis in the Reference tab. And move the cursor over the sweep feature and select the axis as a helical axis. Now click on the Sketch button in the section area of the Helical Sweep tab. Now the sketching environment is invoked. And change the orientation normal to by clicking on the Sketch View tool in Graphic Toolbar. And create a triangle with equal sides, after created the triangle. Click on the Equal tool and give the equal relation between all the lines of the triangle. And give the dimension of 0.5. Now exit the sketching environment by click on green tick button. Now you see that the helical is appear in the default direction. Now click on the Remove Material button in the Settings area and enter value 0.5 in the Pitch Value field of the helical sweep. Now exit the sketching environment by click on green tick button. Next, let's mirror this using the Mirror tool. Now select the helical sweep feature in the model tree or in the graphic area. And select the Mirror tool to mirror the helical feature. Now select the front plane as a mirror plane. And click on the green tick mark button in the Mirror tab of the ribbon. That's it for day 2. We just wrapped up modeling the U-clamp. Awesome job sticking with it. Every little step is making you more confident with Creo. And hey, don't stress if it didn't come out perfect. That's exactly what this 30-day challenge is for, learning as we go. Up next in day 3, we'll be tackling another exciting model with new tricks to learn. Stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.